Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of Man, We're Too Old for This, here on the Nerd Eternal Network. I'm your host, the experience of some call Jason, and with me today is...
CDL 113, the droid you're looking for.
The blurred Dawn of the Ville, the Todd Father.
The token not having sinus problems, Tarky.
At least that's one of us. And today we'll be talking about Masters of the Universe Revelations, Part 2. Of course, the He-Man cartoon over on Netflix, the trailer for the second half has dropped. And of course, we've got several old He-Man fans here on the show, so we're going to talk about that today.
What? Not us.
Have no let I do what you're talking about.
So, Todd, refresh memories, or in the case of, me who hasn't seen the first half yet, how did the first season end?
The first season ended with Skeletor stabbing Adam, taking the power sword, and claiming the power of Grayskull for himself.
Was it Skelegod?
Skelegod. But you only know that because of the toy, because he hadn't called himself that yet. His whole thing was he stabbed Adam's ass, took the sword, called the power to him, and it basically ends with him screaming, "I have the power," and he's morphed into that ram horned version that ain't got no neck, but it sits on fire.
Yeah, and the trailer opens up with Hamill giving well, it's kind of a villain monologue, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, if you won, why not?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. This one seems more He-Man focused, which should satisfy some people's problems with the first half. Teela gets a shine, but it's the shine that she should get because she's the sorceress's daughter. So her becoming the new sorceress makes sense.
Yeah.
Also implies that something bad happens to the old sorceress.
Yes. But I did like the shots in the trailer where it shows Prince Adam, basically getting brought back when Teela comes into her power, and in his monologue to Skeletor is basically, "Oh, that was just a conduit. I'm the spark," and he calls down the power, and you end up with like Savage He-Man, all hulked out.
Which is kind of a throwback to the 2000s He-Man.
And to the old comic books, the mini comics that came with the He-Man toys when they first came back. He-Man started out a barbarian.
Yeah.
Well, I meant the conduit part.
Oh,
well, when you get the origin of the power of Grayskull in the old 2000s, when you see King Grayskull.
Well, yeah.
Him questioning for the power sword, it was just his sword somebody had stashed somewhere. It was all about him building up the power as he went.
Yeah. Well, even in this, it's still kind of a bloodline thing. You get the distinct impression that all them sons of bitches are related some kind of way.
Yeah. Either through Grayskull or through the sorceress, one way or the other.
Yeah.
Now, the other thing I like is Skeletor's in his monologue about finally getting to kill He-Man. He's laughing, and then Adam's laughing, and then he's laughing, and then he stops. Okay, what are we laughing at?
Yeah. Yeah. That when he said that, all I could picture was the Joker go, "What are we laughing at again?"
I appreciated that specifically happening just a little while after our new sorceress, Evelina, is talking about the foolishness of the past will be forgotten.
Yeah.
Or unacceptable, She specifically states, we don't do that dumb 80s shit no more. And then they immediately do something that's that dumb 80s shit.
Yeah.
I did like her whole bat motif to it.
Yeah.
Well, he gave his boo some shine.
Here, I'll share like a speck of my power with you.
Now, and it's just a little thing, but that scene, when you're seeing kind of from behind Skeletor's head, and you see Adam and Teela and whatnot, there's like a burned corpse over to one side of the room. Did anybody else notice that?
No, I
did not.
It don't look like it's got a human head, but I can't quite identify. Like maybe it has some kind of mechanical clawed arm or something. I don't know.
Well, like I said, they have not necessarily shied away with murking people in it. So, and though it does look like part 2 kind of undoes about half the murking you had going on.
Yeah, because that last voice in the end is Orko.
Yeah.
And I'm curious if when he pops back up, he's gonna have full control of his power.
That's what I'm guessing. I'm guessing you're gonna end up with it's gonna end up your classic Orko doesn't suck episode. He deserves, considering he spent the first half basically as a kid with a terminal disease.
Yeah.
I'm here, it like I said, this looks more like
Classic He-Man.
well, this looks more like what people were wanting. I didn't mind. I'm one of those. I didn't mind the first half because I went into it and it really went Transformers the movie for me real quick.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, it's gonna be one of these. Oh yeah, everybody get fucked up. Sweet.
Yeah, I didn't go into the first half of it with a lot of expectation, and it surprised me, And it's like, oh, damn. Oh,
That was actually the first time I ever gave a shit about Orko.
yeah, they
I
make
hated Orko as a kid. I hated Orko in the 2000 series. I tend to hate Orko. This was the first time that Orko popped up that I was like, oh. And when he, bit it, it was like, hey, you went out like a champ. Way to go.
Yeah.
He went out fighting the manifestation of fear in this universe.
Yeah. He got his respect. I'm like, yeah, you went out like a champ.
Well, yeah, manifestation of fear is running around in the trailer too.
Yeah.
So apparently he didn't take it out.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You gave it your best.
He may get a second bite of the apple though.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, they tied, and Scareglow was like, "You're cool, kid. I won't kill you today." And Orko's like, "You're cool, kid. I won't kill you today." They went their separate ways.
They both exploded. Was like, hey, it just kind of sucks. You want to go get an ice cream?
Yeah. We could sit here and fight to the death, or we could just go get ice cream. Yeah, I like ice cream.
Well, they exploded in the first one, so
Yeah.
it's like, yeah. That kind of sucked. Want to go get an ice cream? We come back and do this. We'll come back and go fight other people next time.
Yeah.
I thought I was picking on the soft one. Next time I go fight the chick.
Which one?
Figured, hell, Evil End. Yeah. I figured, hell, I'll take the low hanging fruit. This kid's obviously got cancer. I'll fight him. It turned out the way I thought. I hope to see more of the Church of Triclops, though. I enjoyed them in the first.
Yeah, they were funny.
They were funny. They were fucked up.
I don't know. I feel like they're gonna fall in line pretty quick once
Yeah,
magic
probably.
starts throwing
Probably.
itself back around.
Oh shit, he's back. Take all that shit out of your face.
Yeah, I don't think that's an option.
Now, when Evil Lynn is addressing the people, when the whole buffoonery of the past thing, Triclops is not in the rank of folks she's talking to.
Yeah, I figured Skeletor ain't gonna have that shit because Triclops' whole thing in that first one was basically magic has abandoned us, so embrace the
Technology.
god of technology. And they were actively seeking to get rid of what little magic was left. So I could see them running the file of old Skelegod and him doing something unnatural. Hell, that may be the burnt up corpse that you see laying on the floor. Could be him, could be Trapjaw, because Trapjaw was good and fucked up.
Yeah. I'm curious to see what action figures you'll get out of this.
I don't know.
I saw the bee guy.
Buzz off.
Yeah, Buzz
Yeah.
Off. Yeah. I saw Buzz Off, Ram Man, Fisto. But hell, they doing my boy, so I'm good.
Yeah, and the guys lined up for Evil Lynn's speech. You had Beast Man, who was in the last season. The crab guy.
Clawful.
The porcupine guy.
Is he Spikor?
He might have been. I remember I had him as a kid. I don't remember his name.
Mermaid.
The spider guy.
That's Web Store.
Yeah, because they'd use Spydor for a big spider vehicle. And then what I assume were two little no names, because I don't recognize the guy, red-faced guy with the horns and the little short pig-faced thing.
I think the pig face thing came along later, but I think it was after I was out of the shit.
Mm-hmm. The two of them just look generically masters of the universe-ish.
Yeah.
Where everybody else I kind
The
of
last one
recognize.
had Clamp Champ in it. Hell, I kind of technically knew who Clamp Champ was, but like I said, he was another one that came along after I was out of him.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised about how much it looks like this trailer is giving away.
Yeah.
I think they had to do that because the reaction to the first half was so bad. Yeah,
It's kind of giving me the impression that something they should have just released the entire thing at once.
Yeah, they should have. They should have. And when they chose to half it up like that, like I said, the reaction to the first half was horrible. And, this one is going out of the way to go, Adam's not dead. That was the thing that I took away from it the first time I saw it. I was like, man, they just didn't even play around with that shit. Prince Adam ain't dead. Here's the, here he is on the poster. Here's Ular on the poster. Here's, the fucking figure. Because, he's coming in a 2-pack with Orko. So, yeah, they let you know just flat out. You gonna have, He-Man ain't gone.
Yeah.
Because if they didn't, the rumor was that Teela was basically going to end up some form of He-Man. So, they just well nipped that shit in the bud early. And gave you some shit of seeing He-Man actually do some badass shit.
Yeah.
Which is, Jason was right. They should have released all this shit at once.
Yeah.
And then you could watch it in an overall story and take it from there. But the way they split it up, trying to do what they did is like,
But it could have been one of those things that, like where you had COVID and it messed up a lot of things. They might not have got the whole thing finished.
And that's when you do the Marvel thing and push that shit back till you do.
Well, the trick is this is the standard way Netflix does it. They give you what is really one full season length, like old school season length, and then they cut it in half.
Yeah.
That's how they're able to crank out, 2 seasons of Ultron a year kind of thing. Because it's really just one, they just split it up.
But that's what hurt them with that was the reaction to that first half.
Mm-hmm.
So bad that, in this one, they just kind of let you know up front. He-Man's coming back, not just Savage He-Man, actual He-Man. He's going to do cool shit. He's going to be the leader. That was the whole purpose of that shot of him with the sword going for Eternia. That was, hey, jackasses, this is,
Well, they want to get that, 45 to 55 age group of male fans from the original to go back and go, I'm coming back and watching the second half. It was one of those things of
we giving you what you wanted the first half.
Yeah.
Which I ain't mad at that.
No.
As long as they come through with it, long as that ain't the last fucking 5 minutes of the damn 5 or 6 episodes, we cool.
Yeah.
But like I said, I enjoyed the first half because I like dark shit.
Yeah.
And I kind of go into that type of storytelling where they go, well, we gonna go back to this. I go into those basically going, they go kill everybody I liked as a child.
Yeah. The first half, when they would show the flashback scenes, it always cracked me up of how happy-go-lucky the heroes were. Then when you get to what's going on present day, it's like, man, this is dark as hell.
They were drawing the contrast.
Yeah. I like, that was one aspect of that version of Skeletor that I enjoyed, is it was basically like, I've been the butt of the jokes all this damn time, and I'm finally sick of your ass.
Yeah.
I like that. He's still not as cool as the 2002 version that was a fucking lich, but it's still kind of neat. I like those stories like that, like the Mask of Zorro when, Montoya, the main villain of that, is finally just kind of like, I'm finally sick of you making a fool of me, and I'm cranking shit up to another level.
Yep.
I'm going to come up with some foul shit to do to you, just for all the years that you made me a jackass.
Yep. And, stabbing a dude through the heart, that pretty much do it.
Skeletor and that one showed up basically like, I'm sick of all your shit.
I'm sick of you. We kind of cool.
Fuck you. Fuck that plant guy.
Yeah. I'll give you a 5-second head start. I'm just going to stab you in the chest.
I want the power so bad, I'll let you stab me.
Yeah.
I did like that in the first. Yeah, you finally use this damn sword like you're supposed to use it.
I do like the fact that in the last fight, you see some just regular old peasants with pitchforks.
Yeah.
On the He-Man side. It's like everybody had to roll out.
Well, it looks like you might finally be getting that damn battle, because in the lore of Masters of the Universe, you eventually have one that's real bad. You end up with some Eternia breaking shit
Well, the way they have the king, Adam's dad, there looking like, oh shit, I'm about to die. I'm curious if he's gonna die, and you gonna end up with Prince Adam as King Adam.
Well, you'll probably end up with King He-Man.
Yeah,
King He-Man was where you were truthfully supposed to be going anyway.
yeah,
Kind of a throwback to his barbarian roots, because in the Conan books, you always kind of knew he was destined to be king somewhere.
Yep, by his own hand. Because before they played around with it, that was which one of them was his kid? Was it Hero?
I think so.
yeah.
Because him and Tila had a kid.
Yeah.
Though they basically, but of late they've taken Hero and stuck him in Preternia.
Yeah.
In fact, you saw me for the first season.
Yeah, he was in the first one. Phil Lamar did his voice. Yeah, that first one where you go to basically He-Man heaven. You got to see everybody.
And apparently Sorcerer's Heaven, because you had that one chick there that was.
But that's still basically He-Man heaven. Grayskull had a wife. I think he was the only one that had a wife.
Which sets up the precedence for Adam and Tila.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if Adam's walking around permanently He-Man.
Yep. That's the figure I'm waiting on. Divine. I'm getting me a Divine figure. Well, I call him King Grayskull. I just call him Divine. I'm sorry.
Like you're on a first name basis with him, I understand.
Well, no, that's one of the things on YouTube that was talking about him. They basically gave you his name. He was like, yeah, it's Devon Grayskull. I was like, shit, he wasn't a brother? Get the fuck out of here. How many white dudes named Devon?
None.
Thank you.
I know a Devin.
That's been my defense for that. Well, King Grayskull shouldn't be black. The man's name's Devon, and it was always Devon. How many white Devons do you know? Exactly. Yeah. That was a brother from Jump. For the little fun fact, if you go back and look at Filmation, it explains why He-Man's so goddamn dark when he turned. Yep. You notice He-Man was always a hell of a lot darker than Adam. Mm-hmm. Explains why he's mixed. Take that shit to your pipe smoking.
Why nobody recognized him.
That's why nobody recognized him.
So facial structure didn't change or anything.
Well, I had a guy on Facebook one day goes, yeah, it kind of reminds me of the Sicilian half of my family. The darker skin. Yeah. And you had one dude goes, oh, why? And then when the dude said, well, that's because the
Hannibal.
Hannibal and his folks rolled through.
But yeah, that
the wars left.
That was actually, all jokes aside though, that was actually my joy in that when they made King Grayskull black. The literal first thing came to my mind. That explains why He-Man was so dark in the Filmation cartoon, because that motherfucker was a hell of a lot darker now. That completely explains it. Because hell, as a kid, it used to piss me off. I was like, this motherfucker don't look shit like my He-Man toy. Tan like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Might get my dad to watch this, The Further Adventures of the Dumb Blonde. That's literally all he calls He-Man. Oh, you got the dumb blonde going? Yeah.
Except this one, he didn't seem dumb.
No, he was never dumb. That was just what my dad called him. He used to call him the dumb blonde. And when I was little and we would play Masters of the Universe at the kitchen table, yeah, he would do to me just like he did to Skeletor. He would stab me. Our fights were always real short, because I'm trying to fight like the cartoon, and Dad would fight like this is a sword. I win.
Yep.
Evil rules the universe. Why? Because good is dumb.
Yeah, my dad was home sick one time when I was a kid and that show was on, and he sat there on the couch, watched some of the cartoons with me, and he goes, why didn't he just stab him? He's got a sword. That dude's just got a stick.
You never wanted to play shit like that with Dad, because Dad went straight for the jugular. Like he wasn't playing with a little 10-year-old kid.
Well, that's like watching G.I. Joe. Dad could never understand why everybody was missing. They're shooting laser beams. Shouldn't they be killing these folks? Why is all the planes ejecting folks with a parachute?
A 5-year-old ain't ready for that.
Well, you better get ready. The world is rough. So should Saturday morning cartoons.
Old world, son.
Sometimes your cereal gets soggy.
And you still gotta eat it. Wow, that went all fucking
yeah.
Now, I also really like in that whole last battle part, when you get towards the end, when you have that scene with the dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Battle Cat got a vertical on him, don't he?
Yep.
Well, hell, considering
Hey, that's a cat. Oh, Jesus Christ!
considering he doubles the size that he is as Cringer, yeah, I mean,
I'm
hell,
still just but if you that dragon, if you 200 feet in the air, you like, I'm fairly safe from any damn thing. Ain't a jet. You look up and all of a sudden you got 500 pounds of cat flying at you.
500, probably 1,000 pounds of cat.
Well, I'm just gonna fly. Oh, sweet Jesus, head for my face.
And that distracts him from the guy with the sword on his back, which is the actual threat.
It's a 20-foot vertical leap multiplied by whatever the Grayskull does.
Yeah.
That's a fair point.
Yeah, because, when Cringer is, and he's in his Cringer form, yeah, he's about the size of a normal tiger or some shit.
And a normal tiger's got a pretty good leap. I mean,
Yeah, but when you Grayskull him out, he doubles in size, and then on top of that, he's got magical strength. Yeah, he ought to have a good jump. Oh,
All I'm saying is if you the dragon flying along, you are not expecting that cat to jump up in your goddamn face.
Yes. Your day went from good to bad real quick.
Yep.
And then you explode when you hit the ground.
Right. Because you got hit.
I mean, that makes sense. Dragons have a fire sac.
That's fair. That's fair. Hell yeah, that's fair.
But can't you imagine when he gets to whatever dimension of hell that he goes to? Yeah, man, I was flying along, burning villagers, and all of a sudden there was this cat in the air. Cat, yeah, sucker jumped like 300 feet.
Is the cat what killed you? No, it was the damn dude with a sword on his back, but I was so busy looking at the goddamn cat.
And you have essentially the opposite of that happen at the very start, Theo.
I'm sorry. There was a dragon and horses and people on fire, and then I got hit by a tiger. Yeah, Cringer killed a guy.
Stabbed in the chest.
And if you pay attention, Superman has got a big ass grin on his face as he's rearing back to kill that dragon.
Yeah.
I was paying attention to the tiger. I should have been paying attention to that serial killer on his back. He just smiled.
Oh, God.
Goddamn.
Which I guess means he's continuing to use that sword as a sword in this one.
Yeah.
I want to see the Skeletor's expression when he sees it. Oh, my God.
Well, let's be honest. Skeletor has already been surprised because he was firing his power beams at a dude in a loincloth and the dude was blocking it with his fucking forearms.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
Yeah.
It's a
When
big
his
problem.
hair don't burn or the loincloth don't burn.
Yeah, ain't shit burning on him.
Well, to be fair, Skeletor is probably a little happy the loincloth wasn't burning.
Hey, you don't know what
Great.
Skeletor's into.
Yeah, no one wants to get their ass beat by a nude person.
That's fair.
They got a
Clothes,
loincloth
for
on,
Christ's
they got
sake.
that like wild jungle look to them that really throws you off. If they're completely naked, probably just got beat by somebody on drugs.
What the hell happened to you, Skeletor? He came at me baboon style.
It reminded me.
You see him? He's laying hands on Skeletor's ass. Jesus Christ. Could you put on some gloves?
Yeah.
Shit. Didn't I stab you?
Well, it's not like regular He-Man wears a whole lot of clothes.
Yeah, but well, you know what? Here's my one thing. I hope when he changes from Adam to Savage He-Man, he does not do the Sailor Moon thing like classic He-Man did in the first half.
Or like Puri Prisoner from One Punch Man.
Yeah. The whole rainbow colored in the loincloth popping over his naked ass. Yeah, I'm good without ever seeing that again.
Oh, what? No. You stand upon tradition, sir. You have to have the magical girl transformation.
No, I don't. My He-Man transformed in a bolt of lightning in a flash. I didn't have to see all that shit. I didn't need that level of detail.
Nope.
Well, this is really similar. He's just flashing you in a bolt of lightning. It's a little different, but not much.
Nope. I can go the rest of my life without having that mental picture.
That Sailor Moon transformation was a bit much. You know, somebody online actually took it and put the Sailor Moon music to that shit.
Yeah.
I was like, no. Nope.
All right, so final thoughts.
Look, can't wait for the 23rd. I'd almost, if I actually thought that I had the patience not to watch all that shit at work, I'd be like, hey, we should all get together and watch this. I'm watching that shit at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm telling you that shit right now.
Yeah.
Netflix is actually getting a little stack of stuff. I'm tempted to get it for a month and just binge some stuff.
Netflix has got some good shit on there right now.
Yeah.
You know, the He-Man stuff looks pretty good. They've got a comedy show, Inside Job, that I've been watching clips from that I wouldn't mind seeing.
Castlevania's real good. The Witcher's real good. You is real good.
The animated cartoon that goes along with The Witcher is good. It's a prequel episode, and it shows you how Witcher is made.
Yeah. You'd probably really like The Witcher.
By the way, Netflix is not a sponsor. Just throwing that out there.
But if anybody from Netflix happens to listen to this and would like to sponsor us, we would appreciate that.
We come cheap and easy, like hookers. What?
All right, on that note, well, I think we'll just wrap here. If you've seen the trailer and you liked what you saw, if you had problems with it, if there's something major you think we left out, feel free to drop us a line. You can leave a comment below. You can reach us at thenerdattornal@gmail.com. If you'd like to help the show, by all means, like, subscribe, tell your friends. You go to our site, thenerdattornal.com. We've also got a shop. Just anything you can do to help out, we'd really appreciate it. So again, I've been your host, the experience that some call Jason, and with me today has been
CDL 113, the droid you're looking for.
The Blurred Dawn of the Ville, the Todd Father.
And the token millennial, Tarky.
and we will see y'all next time.